On a bustling freeway in San Francisco, California, Tom was driving when he spotted a small, terrified kitten darting across the pavement. The kitten was in imminent danger, with cars speeding by in every direction. Without hesitation, Tom pulled over to the side of the road and signaled to the other drivers to slow down. He cautiously approached the kitten, who was mewing pitifully in the middle of the freeway. Scooping the tiny creature into his arms, Tom whispered soothingly, "It's okay. I've got you now. You're safe." From that moment on, Tom and Freddie, as he named the kitten, were inseparable. Freddie, once a frightened stray, had found a protector in Tom. He expressed his gratitude in the most feline ways. Every in Tom's apartment bore Freddie's scratch marks as he claimed his new home. He delighted in rolling around on the carpet, flaunting his fluffy orange fur and pleading for attention. He even had a mischievous habit of sneaking bites of Tom's food when his owner wasn't looking, his amber eyes sparkling with playful intent. Tom, despite his demanding job as the head chef at a prestigious five-star restaurant, always made time for Freddie. After long, grueling shifts, he would come home exhausted, only to be met by Freddie's enthusiastic welcome, a scratchy kiss, and a warm cuddle. These moments of affection provided Tom with a comforting escape from his stressful work life. As the days turned into months, Tom and Freddie's bond deepened. Freddie became Tom's constant companion, following him from room to room, offering solace and warmth whenever needed. For Tom, life without his loyal feline friend was unimaginable. Freddie had transformed from a stray surviving on the streets to a cherished member of Tom's household. Adapting to his new life had its challenges for Freddie. The streets, once familiar and comforting, were replaced by the enclosed confines of Tom's apartment. The scent of the city gave way to the clean aroma of laundry detergent. The cacophony of traffic was replaced by the hum of the refrigerator, and instead of exploring the alleys, Freddie now had to navigate a confined indoor space. Yet, the perks of indoor life were undeniable. Freddie relished the luxury of a warm bed, something he had never experienced before. The sunny spot by the window provided a perfect nook for midday naps, and the clean water from a bowl was a refreshing change from the murky puddles he used to drink from. But the true mark of his new, pampered existence came when Tom began bringing home gourmet treats like salmon and caviar from the restaurant. Freddie's adjustment to his new life was complete. However, their peaceful coexistence faced a challenge when Freddie became fixated on a bird outside the window. His persistent pawing at the glass revealed his strong desire to play with the feathered creature. Tom, while understanding Freddie's instincts, was reluctant to let him outside. He worried about Freddie getting lost and not finding his way back. The tension between Freddie's instincts and Tom's concerns created an emotional tug-of-war. Freddie's eyes would follow the bird with longing, his tiny body pressed against the window as he mewed and scratched at the glass. Tom, heart aching at the sight of Freddie's frustration, struggled with his protective instincts. He knew Freddie's desires were natural, but the fear of losing him was a constant worry. In an attempt to balance Freddie's need for stimulation with his own fears, Tom started devising ways to enrich Freddie's indoor life. He purchased interactive toys and set up climbing structures to mimic the thrill of outdoor exploration. Tom spent extra time playing with Freddie, providing him with mental and physical stimulation to ease his restlessness. Slowly, Freddie's fixation on the bird began to wane as he became engrossed in his new toys and activities. Their relationship grew even stronger through these adjustments. Tom's efforts to understand and meet Freddie's needs underscored the depth of their bond. Freddie, in turn, adapted to his new lifestyle, finding contentment in the comfort and safety of his home. Tom and Freddie's journey from the freeway to their cozy apartment was a testament to the transformative power of love and companionship. Through challenges and adjustments, they created a life filled with mutual respect and affection. Their story, once marked by the uncertainty of a busy freeway, now reflected the warmth and joy of a home shared by two inseparable friends. As the days passed, Freddie's once playful demeanor began to shift to one of growing melancholy. Recognizing his beloved feline's need for a more stimulating environment, Tom decided to accommodate Freddie's natural instincts. He cautiously permitted Freddie to explore outside for a few hours each day, initially under strict supervision. One sunny afternoon, while Freddie was out enjoying the company of his neighborhood feline friends, a young couple caught his attention. They stood across the street, holding out a tempting treat that Freddie's keen nose found irresistible. Enthralled by the delicious aroma, Freddie eagerly trotted over to them. The couple lavished Freddie with affection, petting him and praising him as he devoured the treat. But as soon as the last crumb disappeared, Freddie began to feel unwell. A strange sensation overcame him, and before he could react, he collapsed, unconscious. When Tom returned home from a grueling day at work, he was dismayed to find Freddie missing. He frantically called out for his cat and placed his dinner on the windowsill, hoping the familiar scent would lure Freddie back. Hours passed with no sign of his furry friend, and Tom's anxiety mounted. Meanwhile, Freddie regained consciousness only to find himself in a cage. His heart raced as he scratched frantically at the bars, desperate to escape. The young couple from earlier approached, their smiles failing to mask their ulterior motives. "Don't worry, little guy," the girl said, her voice laced with false comfort. "You're going to be just fine with us." The sound of an intercom announcement jolted Freddie back to the present. He realized with horror that he was on a plane bound for New York City, far from his home with Tom in San Francisco. Panic set in as Freddie's mind raced with thoughts of home and the safety he had left behind. Upon landing, Freddie was transported through airport security in his cage alongside the couple. Knowing he had to act fast, Freddie saw his opportunity when the couple set the cage down on the security counter. Mustering all his strength, Freddie made a daring leap to one side of the cage, causing it to topple and burst open. Seizing his chance, Freddie bolted towards the exit, fleeing from the couple and the confines of the cage. The world outside was a far cry from what Freddie had known. Towering skyscrapers loomed above him, and a sea of people crowded the bustling streets. The polluted air stung his lungs, and the ceaseless noise of the city overwhelmed him. New York City, with its frenetic pace and towering buildings, was no place for a small, displaced cat from California. Freddie darted through the city streets, his senses bombarded by unfamiliar sights and sounds. He needed to find shelter and figure out how to get back to San Francisco. Every corner of the city seemed foreign, and the once comforting idea of returning home felt more distant than ever. Despite the challenges ahead, Freddie's determination to reunite with Tom fueled his every step. As he navigated the vast and overwhelming landscape of New York City, driven by the hope of finding his way back to the life he once knew. Freddie raised his little nose and sniffed the air, his instincts guiding him. Something deep inside told him to head west. Without hesitation, he set off in that direction, driven by a fierce determination to reunite with Tom. The journey ahead was daunting, but Freddie was resolute. As he traveled, he saw license plates from states like Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, Utah, and Nevada. Each one was a milestone on his long and arduous journey. Weeks passed since Freddie had disappeared, and back in San Francisco, Tom was struggling to hold on to hope. Despite tirelessly driving through the city, leaving treats in strategic places, and calling out for Freddie, Tom began to feel the weight of despair. Friends and family advised him to accept the possibility that Freddie might never return, but Tom's love for his feline companion kept him going. One night, as Tom was returning home from work, he heard a faint meow in the distance. His heart skipped a beat. He stopped in his tracks, straining to hear the sound again. Out of the darkness emerged a familiar orange figure, Freddie. But the sight that met Tom's eyes was heartbreaking. Freddie limped towards him on three legs, his fur matted and scruffy, his paw injured, and half an ear missing. Despite his disheveled appearance, Freddie's meow was unmistakable. Tom's heart soared and broke simultaneously. He fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face as Freddie stumbled and rolled over at his feet. Overcome with emotion, Tom scooped Freddie up, holding him close and whispering soothing words. "Freddie, is that really you? I can't believe you made it back home. You're such a brave cat, and I'm so proud of you." Tom rushed Freddie to the vet, where he received the medical attention he desperately needed. The vet revealed that Freddie had endured a grueling journey, braving harsh elements and numerous challenges over a staggering 2,580 miles. Despite the hardships, Freddie's spirit never wavered. He had pushed through pain and exhaustion, driven by his unwavering desire to return to Tom. As Freddie recovered, Tom was filled with awe and gratitude. Their reunion, though bittersweet due to Freddie's condition, was a testament to their unbreakable bond. The journey had been arduous, but Freddie's resilience and determination were nothing short of extraordinary. For Tom and Freddie, the long road back was not just a physical journey, but a reaffirmation of the deep, enduring love they shared.